Hello, friends. I'm Bernard Watts of Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host tonight. I have a special guest with me tonight. On three, Phillip Dukes. Uh, I was on my lunch break, Mr. Duke, and I always go on YouTube to see what's going on. And I think about, I don't think about a month ago. Now I was on three, came across the screen. And I saw you on there talking about Coach Prime. I said, man, they got a brother. They got a brother on three. I said, man, that's all right there, man. But tell the viewers and the people who tune in now or gonna tune in later about yourself and on three.
Well, my name is Phillip Dukes. I'm from College Park, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. We consider ourselves to be our own city, but we really consider to be Atlanta too. So I could say Atlanta, Georgia, but yeah, man, I got into. I'm a graduate of Auburn University. Went to Auburn.
Okay.
Um, I was in school with like the Jason Campbells, the Carlos Rogers, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Browns, and I became popular based on the fact that I always threw parties. So I brought
Okay.
the Atlanta swag to Auburn, and it made people endear themselves to me. Um, I had no idea how it was going to affect me later in life, having those connections, because it wasn't just those guys; it was more guys. Like basically, football, basketball team, the frats, whatever it was, anything in the culture kind of I had kind of a hand in at that time. Uh, 20 years later, I was able to parlay those relationships to make me one of the
Okay.
guys that they wanted to tell things to. And some of these guys happen to end up being college coaches. And that's how I got into 24/7 from having inside connections and sources or whatever. And I took that from 24/7. On three was like, hey, look, there's a guy over there at 24/7 who's really like touching, like he's really in touch with the recruits. Because where I'm from a very, very recruit rich area, which is the south
Yeah.
side of Atlanta. And so at
Right.
that point, they made me a very competitive offer. I ain't gonna even say competitive, man. They blew the other offer out the water. And
Wow.
so when it came down to me actually becoming a free agent, I got offers from multiple sources, and nothing came close to what On Three did. So now I'm here at On Three.
Okay. So how long you was at 24/7?
2 years. I had a 2 year deal.
Yeah, 2 year there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Say on three came and blow that off out the water. Huh?
Yeah, man. You know what? And I had this the first time. This is an exclusive. Like this is the first time. But Shannon Terry. So what a lot of people don't know is the guy who runs On Three, the CEO. He was the same person that sold Rivals to Yahoo
Okay.
for not. I think about 95 or 98 million, something like that.
Ooh,
And then he came right back and built 24/7 and sold it to CBS Sports for over 100 million.
that's
And
what I'm talking about.
he created On Three, and he's a white guy, played basketball at Lipscomb, but he's always been in tune. And what he told me was the industry's going the way that you're going, and
Okay.
I don't want you to change a thing. And that's what stood out the most. Like, go be yourself. You don't have to
Right.
like you don't have to be anybody else to come over here. I'm gonna give you a platform, and I want you to go be you and be you unapologetically. And that's what
Right.
sold me on three.
Okay. Man, that's nice, man. That's good to hear, man. You're an inspiration to other young people out there who trying to do this thing, man. But also you say you from College Park. You out there with Cam Newton that day, ain't
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. He from Welcome Mall. I'm from so like in Atlanta, like, everybody got their different hoods or where they from or whatever. So in College
you? Right.
Park, it's different spaces. But I'm from the side of College Park that's closer to the actual downtown College Park, and he's
Gotcha.
from the other side, not the other side, but it's a little further down. But I also went to Westlake High School where he went, and his
Okay.
family is definitely one of the families that are like almost College Park royalty, you know,
Yeah, right.
and not just based
Yeah.
off of him, but based off his older brother, his dad,
Okay.
who's had has had a lot of contact with a number of athletes from College Park. So um, Yeah, man. We take it like an honor. Like we've had where I'm from. Like you got to think like you get like the Danger family part of it. When you think about hip hop and music, uh,
Right.
Young Jock basically put it on Front
Yeah.
Street. Tell them
Yeah.
College Park where they drop
College ball.
cars.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, I'm
That's right, man.
yeah. We went to the
That's right.
same high school, so that's really where I'm from. I'm a little younger than Jock, but yeah, man, it's real, and I think a part of my success has been my story always checks out. They're like, no, that dude really from over there, so
Okay.
it's always been a blessing.
Okay, man. That's good to know, man. It's good to know you. I'm from the south of Georgia, down here in the Henry County area. So it
I
might.
live in Henry County now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah, I got a house in Stockbridge
Okay, then that's all right. That's a good county. That thing growing, man. Henry County is the south side of Atlanta.
for sure.
Yep, sure. All right, let's get into the show, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel while you're here, if you don't mind. Hey, let's talk about Coach Prime. Coach
Yeah,
Prime, okay, Coach Prime, all right. He went to Jackson State, right? He did
yeah.
3 years there, did what he had to do. I just want to ask you a question. Why is the quote unquote big time media and some other folks don't want to give Coach Prime his credit with the job he did at Jackson State University at a HBCU as a head coach?
It'll be too much like right, like
Right.
like when you think about and that's an old Southern saying, but when it comes down to it, people fear and hate what they don't understand. And it's not understandable for a guy to go from the high school coaching ranks to uh, a major college. And they can talk about HBCUs all they want to, but the football at Jackson State is way different from the football at the prep high school he was at in I think Dallas, I believe, or
Yeah.
what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big difference, and they couldn't understand why he was so successful. And so when people don't understand things, they either fear him or hate him, and that's
Yeah.
why I was just kind of like, I got it. I 1000% got it because they're not taking into account the culture. When you understand like the culture that we're really in, it's not far fetched. We see people
True.
go from selling CDs at the gas station to being the number one artist all the time. We see guys go from not really ranked highly in the recruiting rankings to blow up all the time. We're used to. You got to think about black people as a whole. We were slaves at one point, and we had a president.
Yeah.
So none of this is surprising to me. But to the national media and people who aren't really subscribed to the culture, it's going to be surprising. And when people get surprised like that, 9 times out of 10, they want to be on top of it. Or, oh, I saw this coming. Well, this is a guy that you didn't see coming. So when you
Right.
didn't see him coming, now you have to account for it. And I think this is a part of it. Just like, okay, well, some of the things that are being said is a lack of understanding, a lack of knowledge.
Man, yeah, you're right. Everything you just said was right, man. We want to say hello to Trey. Thank you for tuning in from Dallas, Texas. Appreciate it while you're here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, bro. All right. Also, okay, Coach Ryan did what he did in the first season at Colorado. They started out good the first 3 games, right? Some players got injured. Coach Prime didn't have the depth. How do you grade Coach Prime and his staff in first year coaching at Colorado?
I give him a B+
Okay.
because any other school that would have raised their win total from three wins is the number.
Right.
You gave a school 3 wins. And if you look at any other college in the nation, if they would have 1000% taken 3 wins, look at any school 7 wins or less and ask them, would they have taken 3 wins? They would have said, yeah,
Yeah.
unapologetically. And I
Yeah.
think that the fact that the problem is with a lot of the media outlets, and I mean, I'm taking the risk saying this, but I'm just keeping it up because I got to be myself.
Right.
3 wins is a big difference in college football. Think about
It
this.
is.
What if Georgia had 3 more wins?
They would have made the playoff.
Come on, dog. You feel me?
You already know.
Come on, man. Like I'm not going against that. So yeah, like I think those 3 wins were big for year one. When you talk about flipping a 1-win roster into 4, I think that's a huge deal. And
It is.
I've been around a lot of football, and
Okay.
through my travels, I realized how hard it is to win a college football game at that level. Like they were in the Pac-12. They weren't
Yeah.
like, excuse me, the national champion runner up was from the Pac-12.
Yeah. Watch.
Yeah, they weren't playing just to go to port. They were playing real guys. So to raise that level 3 wins in year one and to flip that roster, and I know it comes with a lot of scrutiny. I know it comes with a lot of press, but that's what it takes in order to get to the level that I know Coach Prime wants to be at. So yeah, I give him a B plus.
Oh man, that's a good grade. That's a good grade. Now, it's first year. He got rid of some players, and he said some of the players left on his own, and he took a hit for that, right? So when you look at the situation that Coach Prime was in, do you think he did what's right, had to do what's best for the program? Because he got there late, right? Because he was trying to do Jackson State right. And so he got behind in the transfer portal. So he had to get in there to do what he had to do to just put a team together. Because everybody keeps saying to me, he said he was bringing his Louis. He said he was going to bring his Louis. To me, his Louis was Shadul, Shiloh, and Trav. It wasn't the rest of them guys. That's what he meant by his Louis. Tell me what you think about it.
So when you think about Louis Vuitton, you never see people with more than 3 people. Like anybody that you know that wears Louis Vuitton, if you see anybody with more than 3 Louis Vuitton pieces, you look lame. You look crazy. Like like I really got like this ain't no like I know people see me on 3 and they don't know who I am, but like bro, I come from it and I'm really about that swag. Like so if you
I
got
got
like you ever see somebody they call Matchy Match and like,
you.
oh
Yeah,
this. No, he told the truth. He did bring Louis. He brought a top 5 quarterback. He brought the
true.
best two-way player in the last 20 years. He also brought a D1 safety with him, so he did bring Louis. Now, did he bring enough to win? Not the first year, but he
Right.
didn't lie. Was he expecting to win? Yes, he was.
Who would?
And Coach Prime is a competitor. Like, and this is the reason I don't have a problem saying this. Like, if you a dog for real, you don't get upset about the adversity. You look at it, you line it up, and you go knock it down. I think that's what Coach Prime is doing. And I think that he doesn't mind the detract. He doesn't mind the naysayers. What he minds is people saying that he didn't take a serious approach to coaching. And
Right.
so in my opinion, the transfer portal last year, they did okay. And I think they're doing good this year. And I think there's some things clean up on the field this year. And I'm keeping it up. They can clean up some of that, like, as far as late game situation, get leads and stick with them. But you gotta think about it. Last year, the bell cow back didn't exist. Not the 3-4 down guy, right?
Right.
Now that you have that, you can start to salt away games. They're learning how to win games, and I've spoken to multiple members of the staff, and this is off the record. So on the record, I'm saying I expect Colorado to be better, and they're putting policies in place for it to be better. And I think they're gonna have a great year.
Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, that's all right. But also the coaching staff from last year to this year, I think the coaching staff is way better this year. Man, you brought in Pat Sherman as the offense coordinator. He taking a lot of heat because they know he didn't do too good of a job at the New York Giants when he was the head coach, and they looking at him where he was the offense coordinator at Denver. But coaching NFL and coaching college is different. I kind of like Pat Sherman as an offense coordinator. I think should do it. He happy with it. He comfortable with it. And I think that he gonna bring out the best in Shador this year. So give me some thought on Pat Shermer as the offensive coordinator.
I mean, I think football is football. I think if you know, there's so much fluidity when it comes to the NFL game and the game now. We've never seen it be this fluid. So I think as long as you have a guy who has concepts that match what you want to do on the field, and we know that Pat Shermer is going to run the ball. So I think that's important to be able to have guys who can run the ball and understand. Now, in order to run the ball, what do you have to have first? You got to have a plus offensive line. And you can tell by recruiting what was the main focus. They wanted to get a line, they wanted to protect Shador, but also in order to protect Shador, the first thing you have to do is win. So
Right?
Jordan Seaton, your biggest recruit last year, I thought it was a stroke of genius. Um, so when it comes to Pat Shermer, I feel like he'll be successful because when you look at the best mind in football, they always have the best player.
Yeah.
Like when you look at San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan is a genius, but look what he had. In Atlanta, Kyle Shanahan is the offensive genius. As the offensive coordinator, Kyle Shanahan had Devontae Freeman, Kevin
Yeah.
Coleman, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan. He turned Taylor like he was able to use Taylor Gabriel in a way that nobody else was, but it fit the offense. And I think the same thing. If Pat Shermer can use his guys that he has in the right way, they're gonna have a great year. And even if they win, let's say Colorado wins 6 games, that's a win to me.
Okay.
3 games on 3 games and going from 6 to 1 game in 2 years is a huge win. I feel like they may do better, but I'm kind of tempering my expectations based on the fact that I
I
know
got you.
how everybody else is loading up.
Yeah. Everybody else loaded up too.
But when it comes down
Yeah.
to it, I feel like, yeah, Pat Shermer's going to be fine.
Yeah. I think he's gonna do fine now. Now we brought in a defensive coordinator. I ain't never brought he ain't never called a defense he never put together a defensive plan together or call a defense in college or anytime. He's coming from the Cincinnati Bengals, Robert Levingston. So what's your expectation of Robert Levingston as defense coordinator?
I think Livingston is a guy who has secondary experience where they're going to be able to use the secondary, which I feel like is the strength of that defense, in ways to
Okay.
create pressure that most college teams won't be able to. Bringing the guy from the NFL always gives you a bit of relatability because young players want to get you big.
Gotcha.
But a lot of times, young players don't know the players that you've coached. Having a guy who has experience with college stars means a ton. So I like to hire.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Because of young, vibrant. Uh, he trying to get to the next level too. As a defense coordinator or head coach. So they gonna be looking at him too to see how it come out on Colorado. So he got some benefits to come if that defense does good and if he know how to dial it up.
Hey, B, hold on 1 second. Hey, to everybody in the comments. So we did this a different way today, but tomorrow or the next time I come on, we're gonna do it the regular way. We
All
got
right, all right.
so
Yeah, we got y'all. We got y'all. We got y'all. We know
yeah,
what's going
hey,
on.
bear with us on the echo. We got you.
Yeah, we got you. Just come back. We're gonna do it again Sunday with my boys, Coach Dre and Ron, the man me. But check this out now. All right, be honest with me. Be honest to the people. What's your expectation for this year for Colorado?
I think 6+ wins is my
Six
expectation.
more.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know how far they'll go, but I think they'll get at least 6, which I think is a big deal in the Big 12. There's a lot of talent out there, and you take Texas and Oklahoma out, and then you start looking
Right.
at the rosters, and what they're doing in the portal, and the ability for Coach Prime and company to coach guys up, make them believe in something. So I think this year set you up for the future. They know they got to win. They got to show progress. You cannot go in and win 4 wins. You can't get 4 wins or 4 games. Excuse me. You can't win 4 games this year. You got to have
No.
progress. So I think 6 is a good number to show progress. And reason being, I graduated from Auburn.
Okay.
I watched Hugh Freeze go in and win 6 games versus a team that won 5 and to be considered a win. So this is going to be a very, very telltale piece of how people understand what's really going on when it comes to college football. See, win differential is so strong. One game in college football is big. 2 games is huge. 3 games out of worldly. So I think at least 6, just based on the fact that the talent level still needed to continue to rise on the second level, but they can win up to 8 or 9. And if they
Oh,
just don't know what can happen. But yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna put my baseline at 6 wins. I think
Okay.
and you saying 6 wins isn't a slight. It's really like that's good progress. Because you gotta remember where you came from.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, there's a lot of talk about that. They don't think Coach Prime gonna run the ball. To me personally, Coach Prime don't play it in college. He don't play for Atlanta Falcons. He don't play for the Dallas Cowboys, 49ers, Washington Redskins, Baltimore Ravens. Coach Prime know he got to run the ball. And if he want to win this year, and which I expect him, he will, because they should do it last year and Shiloh last year, they want to win. I believe he's gonna run the ball. Now, when that running back Amos flipped on him, and then he went back to Ole Miss, that kind of hurt me right there because I thought he had a chance to be the bell kind of running back. But the running back they got from Ohio State, Hayden, he could be that guy 6'2", 230. See, last year, my problem was with the running back group, they didn't have the running back that could step up and block the blitz. Dylan, that was too small. See, Hayden brings some size. So what you think about the running back group Coach Ryan got?
Are on 3 recruits. So I talked to Coach Flea.
Okay.
Coach Flea says he's got a guy coming. So this is I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, I'm frozen on my side for whatever reason, but can you see me?
He went frozen.
Hold on.
I can hear you though.
Yeah, I'm back. All right, so look, man, I talked to Coach Flea last night. Coach Flea said he got a guy. They're going to announce it probably this week.
Oh,
This is
really?
breaking news. But yeah, they definitely got another running back coming in.
Okay.
And two, I think Hayden, like people don't realize Hayden wasn't no slouch, dog. Like Hayden's father has a really good football history.
Right.
He comes from a long line of athletes, and I think that he's going to be a really good back in that system. And on top of that, I just feel like Coach Flea, he really understands. He's looking for like if you see the interview, you'll understand. But he's looking for a leader among that group, and
Gotcha.
the leadership among a running back room or any room for that matter makes the level of play rise.
Right.
So I think that the running backs will be good. There's a surprise running back coming probably in the next 3 to 4 days,
All
maybe
right.
sooner.
Okay.
And I think you guys will be very pleased.
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to that, man. Cause that was my main thing that I was looking at was the running back room since Amos went to the Ole Miss. Look like Lane Kiffin trying to load up out there for the SEC. But
Man,
okay, let's move on to the next question. Is that how do you rank the quarterback should do among the other quarterback in college football?
that's a tough question, but right now, I mean, I gotta go. I think Shador is probably at the top right now.
Yeah,
Just based on the fact of the poise and we can talk about everything football wise, but
Right.
let's talk about the NFL and what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. Being
Okay.
able to compartmentalize and understand that these are a lot of fans and playing in front of 70,000, it doesn't have an impact on who you are as a person. A lot of quarterbacks don't know how to do that. A lot of quarterbacks don't know how to be NFL players. He has the same thing that the Mannings have, where they had a father who was an
Right.
NFL quarterback. There
Right.
aren't many defensive players who get the same juice as an NFL quarterback, but Deion Sanders happens to be one. So growing up in that household, understanding what it takes to be successful, I think if I had to pick one, like to be honest, I would take Shador first next year.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too. I think he got a good chance to win the Heisman too.
Yeah, it just depends on the offense. Like how many opportunities does he get? How much do they run the ball? How does the defense play? And I think all of that plays into a Heisman winner. But yeah, he has opportunity. But as far as his traits, his skill set, and most importantly, his processor, I see a lot of Michael Penix and Shador without the
Okay.
injuries.
Okay. Okay. To last year, he was the best pocket quarterback in college football to me.
Yeah.
Man, he can sling it, boy. Like Coach Prime said, he can sling it. Now Travis Hunter, he's a generation player. What would it take for Travis as a defensive back to win the Heisman?
You got to do it on offense too. Like any defensive back that's one that had to do it on offense too. So as long as he puts up the stats on offense, and but the other thing is he has to get quality reps all the time. They didn't have a depth last year to pull Travis when he was tired. They had to play him all the time. Played a lot of snaps. Being able to get him, make sure that every rep that he has is quality, go a long way with him becoming a Heisman candidate. But also, with that being said, I feel like he had every snap needed on defense. But when you add an offense, it's a different story. So I
Right.
think being able to pick your spots where you use him on offense as a DB will help him win the Heisman.
Okay. So which position you like him better than? Defensive back or wide receiver?
I like him at DB just
You
because
like
of what he can do in zone. And
right.
we saw some lapses last year, right, with Trav,
Yep.
but they were usually later in the game. You know, he had a lot on him.
He had
So if he
some of
was a
them
dedicated corner, I'm not sure if there's a better one in the country. And I know a lot of people doubt his top speed, but I feel like nobody else had to play 150 snaps. Like
right.
he was doing something that was generational. But I think last year is going to help him be better this year. So if you get that down to 110 because the
Right.
level of play around you has risen, then I think he's going to be great.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good, man. Like I say, if you're tuning in, see we got 115 people tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm right here one on one with On3 Phillip Dukes. Uh, he's out of Atlanta, Georgia, and we want to thank him for being the guest tonight. And if you enjoyed him being my guest tonight, just hit that like button and let us know. All right. All right. Now, when Travis Hunter was in high school in Florida, did you hear anything about him? Did you follow him?
I ain't catch it till he got to Collins Hill in Atlanta.
Okay. Wow. That's interesting. That. Okay.
You know, he,
So,
you know, he was in Atlanta like I think from ninth grade on, maybe 10th.
oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was in Florida.
No, no, no. No, Travis was in Atlanta. He was in the Gwinnett area.
Okay.
They from
All right.
Florida, but yeah, but he played high school. He played the majority of high school in Atlanta at Collins Hill.
Okay. Now,
Heard plenty of them then. Yeah,
you heard about a lot about it then.
man, he was real deal. Like you can go see it, bro. Like he came out with a Chucky doll. He had his own celebration where he'll go and lay down like this.
Okay.
Yeah, Travis Hunter was a generational type player. Like I ain't seen nobody better than him.
I
And
haven't either,
like,
man.
so I'll tell you, I give you some context. KJ Bolden was probably the most sought after recruit last year when it comes to
Right.
the number of schools. He
Right.
said the best player he ever saw in high school was Travis.
Wow.
And he was a two-way player, and he is killing it in Georgia right now. Shout out to KJ, shout out to Kai and Keith. But yeah,
Right.
like
That's all right.
yeah, like
Also, Coach Prime.
everybody in Georgia knows Travis was like that.
Okay. Okay. Coach Prime got another two-way player coming out from State Broad, Georgia, Cam McKenna. I think this dude is him, man.
Yeah, man, Cam was down there in Statesboro, man. Like Cam can play probably on the college level. He can play everything but D line, offensive line, and quarterback. Everything else he can play. Like
He
if he
can.
had to, that's how athletic he is. He can play receiver. He can
Yep.
play tight end because you can bulk him up because he has that type of frame. He can definitely play
Right.
running back. He can play linebacker because if he hit you, you hit. He
Okay.
can play corner because he has the hips, and he can play
Yep.
safety because he has the vision. I really like Cam McHale as a prospect, and that's one of those recruiting battles that people didn't talk about. That Colorado really got a guy, and a lot
They
of people
did.
wanted Cam McHale.
They sure did. They sure
Cam
did.
with a K for sure.
Yep. Cam with a K. I think he going. I think he gonna shock some people this year. That's at my
Yeah,
point of view. So, what other school in the Big 12 we need to look out for? They're gonna have. You think gonna have a good year?
UCF and Oklahoma State.
Hey, them two teams, I gotta toss up right there. And the reason I say Oklahoma State, man, they got a running back. That dude, I think Ole Gordon, number
Yeah,
0. He the real deal, bro.
they got receivers too, man. Like their offense is always gonna be potent, and I think they find guys that fit their system. So
Okay.
I don't really trip because they're never like in the top of the recruiting rankings, but they always figure out how to get a guy they can get the ball to, regardless of what you do. This guy's getting the ball, and I think they do a good job of scheming them open. UCF, I think, is doing a good job recruiting. I think bringing in KJ Jefferson and Gus
Right.
Malzahn, even though he's not calling it anymore, I think he has a lot of influence on that offense. And I think having to stop that read option is going to be hard when you get a guy like KJ Jefferson, who a year ago going into the season was a Heisman dark horse at Arkansas. So
Right.
they he had a horrible year last year. His
Yeah,
family,
throwing the ball he did.
yeah, but if you
He,
watch the
he
movie
can
to
run it though.
Alabama, he was literally dragging defenders who may have first round grades. Like he's an athletic specimen. And going to get Ja'Cory Brown from Valdosta, Georgia, as his backup, it's like, bro, you really almost got a carbon copy of him, of a guy who has documented production at quarterback. So I think CF has a chance to be special as well. Like the Big 12 ain't finna be sorry at all.
Okay. All right. So also out there in the Big 12, what you think about Kansas and Kansas State?
I think Leopold he's one of the best coaches in the country. And the
Oh,
Kansas
really?
State, yeah, absolutely, man. Like when you look at everywhere he's been, even when he wasn't on the D1 level, he's always been a guy who was able to figure out how to win. If you look at how he turned that Kansas program around, a lot of Colorado detractors bring up Leopold when it comes to Colorado didn't do that well because Leopold turned around the program as well.
Okay.
But he didn't do it the same way, and Coach Prime ain't do it the same way. So I ain't
True.
tripping, but no, you can't take nothing away from Kansas. And Kansas State has a guy by the name of Avery Johnson who could play wide receiver for probably 80% at quarterback. At quarterback, he can play wide receiver for probably about 80% of the schools in the nation. A true freak athlete, and Kansas State has a history of finding those little bitty running backs or a running back to move the ball. So yeah, I think both of those teams are going to be good next year. So when I said 6 wins, it wasn't just because I was saying, "Oh, they ain't that good." That conference is good. Like on the low, that conference really good.
Now I got my ceiling from 10-2. My bottom, they shouldn't lose no more than 3 games to me, Phillip. They got it,
Go three
man.
or three.
Huh?
Who should they lose to? Go
The
through the
three
schedule.
games,
Bring the schedule up.
uh the schedule, they played the first game, North Dakota State. What you think you think North Dakota State match up with Colorado this year?
No, let's line it up. Bring the schedule. We got time. I'm with you.
Huh?
I said we got time. I'm with you. Bring up the schedule. We'll go through it one by one.
I can't bring it up on YouTube. I have to bring it up on StreamYard.
Oh man, my phone. Oh, okay. We both got our phones
Yeah,
locked up.
yeah. See that? I'll be able to do it Sunday though, which when you
Yeah,
tune
we
in.
do it. Yeah, I mean, because if you
You
look at
think
the Big
so? What you
12,
know about North Dakota State? What you know about North Dakota State?
I don't know a lot about North Dakota State, man.
Okay,
I don't see them lose North Dakota State, but that's what I do know is they play good football, and I also know they produced the number 3 pick a couple of years ago. And I ain't saying
right.
he's there. They're a well coached team, and you got to have your stuff together when you go playing. Do I think they got
Yeah.
enough for Colorado? Absolutely not. Do I think the Big 12 is going to be tough? I do think it's going
Okay, okay. The second game they played Nebraska on the road,
to.
100,000 people. You
That's a
think
rivalry
Nebraska?
game. That's tough.
Yeah. I know. They don't improve. They got some wide receivers. That Malachi, man, it's
Is
gonna
that
be
one of
interesting.
your losses?
Huh?
Is that one of your losses?
Oh no, we're gonna be the. Oh, I'm gonna give you my three. I think they're going UCF because it's a trap game. They go on the road. Most of prime players are from Florida. It's gonna be a lot of distraction. So I got that's a trap game, and they capable of winning now. Also Kansas. I like the Kansas last year. Kansas. I watched them in the bowl game last year. Man, they beat somebody to death with their bag up quarterback, dog. So I'm looking at Kansas and Oklahoma State. Well, I'll go because it's the last game of the season. You don't know who's gonna be injured. You don't know. You just don't know who's gonna. Like I said, you don't know who's gonna be healthy. But Colorado still got a chance. I just like. And so tell me something about the offensive line. We got Jordan Seaton, the freshman. You think he's gonna be ready for the season start as a freshman? He gonna be able to hold his own?
I mean, it just depends, dog. Like the top lineman in the country last year, Caden Proctor at Alabama, still struggled. The top freshman lineman. It's
Okay.
hard, dog. Like,
Yeah.
so I think Jordan seemed to be good. I do. I think he played against quality competition in high school at IMG. But I
Right.
also think that offensive lines aren't about one person. They about gelling together and figuring out your stride. So it takes games. Like you might lose a couple, like game winnable games on the offensive line. Not
Okay.
to say the whole game, but let's say you win. Like let's say North Dakota State, they could get whooped first game as they learn, but as
Okay.
the season progresses, they get better.
I got you. So you think it take time for offensive line to come together as one? What you saying?
Yeah, I mean think about football, like or
Because it's
think
new. They
any
new.
sport. When I know what the guy next to me is doing, it makes a whole ton of difference. And it's hard to tell the bullets ain't flying. In practice, yeah, I know what you're gonna do against this guy. I see him every day. But when the bullets
Yeah.
find out what you got next to you.
You're right about that. You're right. That makes sense. That do make sense now. That do make sense.
I ain't saying
Now,
I think the line gonna be better, and I thought they brought in enough. Like I think Slapjack is a heck of a player. Um,
okay.
he's huge,
He
but
is 6'6", 300. Man.
but he's got to learn how to play with the guard next to him because
Okay.
you can take one bad step on the line. You can ask Coach Prime this. Take one bad. If the guard takes a bad step and the tackle doesn't know where that step is, collapse a whole play and cause a sack. We talking
Wow.
real ball, man. Like, and you know, and I mess with Coach Prime the long way, bro. Look, it ain't a lot of people that got this shoe. It don't come out till next year. Ain't a lot of people got that shoe. I
Okay.
got,
All right.
I can wear mine today. Listen,
Okay. So
I'm
I
telling you,
see
I'm
you at the
Prime.
plug then.
Yeah, man, I got the plug. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to football, some things you just got to take into consideration. One of them being that it takes time for an offensive line to gel. So my win range was 6 to 9. I think the
Oh,
floor, I think they're gonna win 6 easy. I bet my money on 6. They can win up to 9. And I think that's a good season.
you really do?
For sure.
Yeah. Oh man,
Because
dude.
college football dynasties aren't built overnight. It
Okay.
takes time. Like,
Man,
and I
see,
think that
man, boy, that's a failure to me.
see it how is that so let me ask you this. When it comes to
Okay.
failure, was last year a failure to you?
No, it wasn't no failure.
So how is and they won 3 more games than the
But they
previous
should
year.
have. But Phil, I kind of push back on that. Now they should have won more than that. They lost 2 games because of the referee. I think the referee took a game from them from UCLA, took them from Utah, and the coaching staff they lost too.
So
They had a
so this
29. They had
so
a twenty
so
nine point lead. So if you get them 4 wins right there, I'm not speaking of hypothetical, but if you give them 4 wins, that would have gave them 8 wins. Man, Coach Prime at least got to win 8, 9 games this year, bro.
listen, I got you. I'm with you. But those 4 wins, nothing happens by chance.
I
Those
got
4 wins that they missed last year,
you.
you
Right.
say the refs took 2. You got in order to get those wins, you got to win. So the fact that the refs don't matter.
Yeah.
So at
Okay.
at, at,
Okay.
at this
Okay,
point,
Phil. Okay. I
I
can't
like
argue with you on that.
I ain't tripping. Like, and I can't look at it with black and gold glasses as much as I want to because I do it too often. If they do, I won't be surprised. I can see them going for 12. I think 6 to 9 is very respectable, but I'm like you can't. I can't be a fanatic about it. I got to look at consistent process. I think they 1 year away from going to that next level, regardless of if Shador there is there or not. Because we're talking about building a culture. If you
I
think
got
about it, going from 1 win to 9 wins in 2 years is phenomenal.
okay.
It's a
Okay.
big deal. Like what happened at Jackson State, what they were able to do, I applaud it. But this
Right.
ain't Jackson State. We
No, it
talking
ain't.
about millionaires with their job on the line, and they're knowing that if I lose to Colorado, they are going to kill me in the media.
They sure is. Someone might get fired that year.
You will never ever see another team that won 4 games last year with a target on their back like Colorado.
Yeah, they have target on the back. Yeah.
I know what they up against. I ain't tripping. I really think Colorado has a good team. I say the floor is 6 wins. But 6 wins coming from 1 win 2 years
God,
ago,
man, see, man, Phil. Oh man, you killing me, bro.
the floor. I say the floor.
I heard you, but still, the floor, that's a failure to me.
Man, you a tough judge, dog. Like they got a lot of talent, but you gotta allow somebody a chance to build it. And I think more so than my point is, if that's a failure to you, if 6 wins is a failure to you, what do you think that's going to be to the national media?
Oh man, they gonna roast him, bro.
Come on, bro. So what I'm telling you is the narrative has to change a little because we're
Okay.
only looking at it like championship or bust. But nobody else in college football, like Mike Norvell at Florida State, he didn't do it in 2 years. It took time
But Clark,
for him.
man,
Kirby Smart, he started with a loaded roster. It took time.
okay,
It
okay.
takes time.
You're right, you're right. But still, man. Boy, I thought this the year Coach Prime was gonna do it, man. They all upgraded the line, the strength. Shadua is a grown man now, and the wide receiver group that we got. Now I know the other teams don't got better too, but boy, got Warren
I'm
Sapp.
just
So
saying, patient. I'm saying everything I can to not say I'm a Colorado fan, just because
I
I
know,
work in the media.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, I want to see Coach Prime do it as a black man because I come from the culture. I got on cardiac
right.
glasses right. I got that from them. You feel me? I'm a gold
Yeah,
chain wearing type guy. You just
yeah,
see
I
I got
saw that. Boy, I said, this dude wearing a gold change on 0-3. I said, boy, you killing
come on, man. I don't play around. And I got multiple pairs. Like we ain't playing. Like I real. Hey, I'm really for the culture, bro. But what I'm
I
saying,
see, I
I
see,
also
bro.
want people I also want people to temper their expectations because if you don't get it, then I think it's a problem in the community. You got like people think that the only way to score is a home run. Sometimes you got to put singles together.
Boy, you made a good point there, boy. Boy, the chat
Everybody
loving
think you
this.
got to hit a
I
home
know
run.
Loudon, he's loving this.
Come on, man. Like Coach
Okay,
Prime ain't got to hit a home run this year to win. If he gets 6 wins in that conference, coming from where he was, Gus Malzahn couldn't. Like, it's a lot of teams that couldn't do that. you got to look where we came from. When I say we,
I,
excuse me, you got to look
I
where
know you're right.
Colorado came.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You making sense now. I ain't disagreeing with you, but my expectation, man, I just got them up there, bro. And I'll be
Yeah,
disappointed if they don't do what I think they can do. You know, but
I look, and I ain't mad. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not saying they not gonna do it.
I know
I'm
you're
just
not. I know
saying,
you're not. You say you tapping your expectation now, and
yeah, that's it.
yeah,
If
I
they win
respect that.
four, if they go back and do the same thing they did last year, I'll be disappointed.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Oh
think they
yeah.
win 6 or 7 games, I'll be satisfied.
But how long you
I
think
think they
Coach Prime
win
gonna be there
nine to
then?
ten, I'll be elated.
How long
If
you
they
think
run
he
the
gonna be
table,
there?
I'm gonna lose money.
Okay.
You feel me? Like that's
I feel.
yeah.
I
They
feel.
they not they not in no lollipop league, and they know that.
True. True. So how long you think Coach Prime gonna coach, man? I've seen him on well off. So he gonna be about 10 years. What's the realistic you think he gonna be there?
He gonna be there for. I think he locked in, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, like
You think he's not in?
because
You
I
know it's
think
a
he locked
report
in.
out there that he's going to Florida.
I mean, he's gonna be like when you got a popping coach, bro. He gonna be in every report.
Right, right. I
I think
agree.
he locked in. I think
What?
when it comes to it, when it comes down to it, I think it's about integrity and opportunity. And
I
I
got
think
you.
he has the integrity to stay if he said these things, right?
Right,
But I think based on opportunity, Florida ain't the one. Like, if Coach Prime were to get a Florida State, then yeah, maybe.
right.
Florida
Yeah,
ain't the
that's
one.
right, right.
Ohio
Okay,
State, maybe.
got you. I
Florida
got
ain't the one. And no
you.
and no disrespect to Florida fans. I just feel like I can't see Coach Prime going to his alma mater's rival, even though his alma mater, like it ain't like he's like beholden to them at all. I just think it's a little different for that report. But
Right,
what I will say is this: if he gets an opportunity that he can literally spell out the Colorado fans,
I
then yeah,
got
he
you.
will. But what
What's
we
up,
got to
BD?
do is remember this:
Okay.
what percent? Let me ask you a question. What percentage of Colorado fans do you think are Deion fans?
Oh, I'm one of them. Probably 50%. Maybe a little higher.
You
You
going
know
with
we
them?
ain't- you know we ain't never been no Colorado fan. Come on, dude. Might be 80%.
So you gotta trust and believe in Coach Prime. Like so, if he say he's staying, he's staying. If he say he's going, you gotta wait till he say he's going. Then you go.
I got you. I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a question in the chat for you. Law Dog at Dukes. He said he got Nebraska and UCF as loss. Do you agree?
Um, man, it's hard, man. I don't know what the losses are going to be. And Law Dog, I don't even want to say it in no weird way, man. I just don't understand. I haven't watched enough of Nebraska with Dylan Raiola as quarterback to understand what they got coming.
Right.
But I don't know where the losses are coming from. But if they have 6 losses, I'm not gonna be mad at them because I know if they have 6, there's probably gonna be 3 that we think they should have won. I
True.
don't think they're gonna get whooped none but 3. Like if they get whooped, it ain't gonna be no more than 3 times. I think they got too much talent, and I think they got 3 games that might go flip flop. That's why I said
Right.
it's their floor. But I like, regardless of whatever anybody says, I feel like out of 12 games, they may get beat 3 times, and
Gotcha.
they can have 3 to go their way, and they can have 3 to go the other way.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be a
that's
close
why I say
game.
6 to 9.
Yeah, college football, it's tricky anyway. Anything
Come
happens.
on, man. You know when that
Yeah.
momentum get to going, and
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah, man.
somebody at the
Yeah.
like, think about this. What happens if Shador get hurt? Lord forbid he gets hurt.
Man, 'cause the backup quarterbacks ain't it, bro.
Come on, man. So,
Hey, I
but
saw
but
that.
so what we saying is this: like total team depth matters. But I
It
feel
doesn't.
like, man, I feel like they gonna ball, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just because I come from the school where when you do the right things and you're a good person, and I know it ain't got a lot to do with football, and not just Deion, but I'm talking about the attitude of the team. Letting
Right,
guys go who may not have been fit for the team for the sake of the team. I think when you do things like that, like Commander McClain, like he left because he wasn't good for their team.
right.
You don't let guys like that go if they good for the team. You do
Gotcha.
whatever it takes to keep them. But
Okay.
they let them go because it made a statement. So when you do things like that, I think karma has this way of blessing you and in a way where you're gonna get some favor. And last year they had a lot of favor go against them. So I
I
think this
know.
year's the year for some of that favor to go in their way. And this is just like football talk, like just like in basketball if I touch the ball and they go out of bounds and I say you did it and you end up getting the ball and I end up missing the shot, what they say? Ball don't lie.
All on line.
I think the same thing in football, dog.
Man, you make some good points, bro. I gotta get it to you. You on your game tonight. You on your game tonight. Like I
Yeah.
say, you can tune it in now. You watch this broadcast later on. I got On3, Phillip Dukes. Y'all go over there and check him out. He does a good job. He's from the Atlanta, Georgia area, and I'm glad to have him here as a guest. And tune in Sunday. He'll come back as part of the panel with Rod the Man Media and Coach Drake with me on Sunday at 8 p.m. if y'all don't mind. All right, big dog. Let's switch it up. Let's switch gears a little bit. But we're gonna stay in college football. University of Georgia. I think they got robbed last year. I think it's gonna be a statement game for them. How do you see University of Georgia football team this year?
And they hungry, man. Like I got some of my little partners like from where I'm from. They on their team. They got that Bama game circled. They go on the road to Tuscaloosa. They got that game circled. Like I think they hungry. I think they deep. I think they got a returning quarterback. Alabama does too. I just think that Georgia is they got a chip on their shoulder. So I think they're gonna be straight, man. They were straight last year. They just lost the
Yeah,
they
they
just lost
were.
the game. So I,
You think
I,
they
I don't
should?
think they fall off from last year. I think Georgia's gonna be Georgia.
You think they should have made the playoff last year?
Now I think Florida State should have got it, dog.
Okay, all right. I agree with you on that. Yeah, Florida State. Yeah,
I mean, cause
anytime you go.
they just had injuries. Like without
Yeah,
like you can't take like just like Florida State had injuries, they only lost that one. If it was the flip side of the conversation, it would have been we would have been saying Georgia should have won. So I try to be objective based on everything being equal. And yeah, Florida State should have made it. Like where
yeah.
my heart at, like being from Atlanta, yeah. And I'm an Auburn guy, but I just got you know
I
I'm
feel.
from the South. You know what I mean? I'm from Georgia. I'm always go with Georgia against Florida in my heart. But as a media person, I gotta go with Florida State should have got it.
Okay, I agree with you on that. Uh, what will Alabama team look like without Nick Saban this year as the head coach?
Man, they still gonna score a lot of points. I think they're gonna lose a little bit on defense. Um, I think people not realizing the impact that Caleb Downs had. Bro, Caleb Downs is probably the if he ain't the best player in college football, he top five. It's hard to
Oh,
lose top five player and not feel it. He cleaned up
wow.
so much on that backside for them last year, where he was like you could do so much with him, the versatility that he had. I think they're gonna miss him on defense. And
You
with
do?
losing Saban, I think you lose a bit of that intensity. They still kept guys like Freddie Roach, who's gonna have a big impact on that defense. He wasn't calling it, but yeah, I mean they lost a lot. Dallas Turner, Tresman Marshall, Chris
Yeah.
Braswell, Kool Aid, Perryon
Boy,
Arnold. They lost a lot, dog.
they lost a lot, bro. They lost a lot, man. And then on top of that, they lost Nick Saban too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Uh, how many teams you expect from the SEC to make the college playoffs this year?
man. I don't know which teams, man. Out of 12, I'd say four.
Yeah, that's why I got two. I got four too. I
Yeah,
got four.
I'd say
Yeah,
four.
I said four too. So what's your expectation of the LSU program? They really I don't know about Brian Kelly, bro.
They always gonna score points. The thing is gonna be is that if they ever load. If they ever get the defense where it's supposed to be, it's gonna be smoke in the city, bro. They gonna score points regardless. I'm just telling you, they gonna
Okay.
score points. They recruit well. They just got the number one quarterback. They got the number one running back. The offensive line under Brad Davis. Brad Davis star. They gonna be able to block it. It's just about what can they do defense. I think eventually they are going to figure it out, but they got out on defense. While they still are bringing this type of offense out here. So I think they're gonna be all right. But yeah, I think this year we'll see what Nussmeier does. I don't think he's like that. All right, so the SEC just
Okay.
everybody loaded up in the SEC.
There he is, man. That old Miss boy, Lane Kiffin boy, he don't came out of nowhere. He
That
doing
man
the
got
same
7 running backs.
thing. He doing the same thing Coach Prime doing, but they ain't killing him. He going through the transport portal and get the ball.
Come on, man. Like you, like,
And make
I
that make
would say
sense.
more about that. Hey, I would say more about that. I ain't trying to lose my job, man. So I'm just
Hey, I'm
giving
like Coach Prime. I got time today. Shit,
ah,
man, 'cause that don't make no sense. But check this out, Big Dog, Dukes. What running back in college football that we need to look out for other than the Oklahoma State running back?
man, I got a guy, Makai Hughes at Tulane. He ran for 1,300 yards last year. Man, he's about 5'9", 200 plus pounds. He came out of Alabama, Birmingham area. His brother is the number one cornerback in the country offered. But
Okay.
Makai Hughes, guys, when I see him run the ball, he has great pad level. He runs behind the pads. He has breakaway speed, and he picks his spot so well. And he always performs admirably against the big team. When you see him against an Oklahoma or you see him against a school like a Power Four school, he balls still. And you see him right.
Okay.
And that's why I judge a man is what do you do in opportunities that you have to win against Power Four schools. So like against Tulane last year, Tulane against those Power Four schools that they played bigger schools, he was running through linebackers' arm tackles. So that's a one-on-one situation that he was still balling. So yeah, I got to go with Makai Hughes. I like him a lot.
Okay. All right. Man, I appreciate you letting me know that. I gotta check him out.
Yeah, he
Gotta check
hard.
him out. Yeah. Okay.
And his little
Uh.
brother dog too. Hit at Ohio State.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what you think? The University of Miami. Think they gonna have a good season this year with Cam Ward as their quarterback?
It's hard to say. I think they gonna be in the top tier of the AC based on the talent level. We'll see what happens. They should make the playoffs. Like with all the talent they
Yeah.
got, what they did in the portal, they added Jalen Alderman from Louisville. They added Damian Martinez from Oregon State,
Right.
from Pac-12. Uh,
Right.
they brought in Simeon Barrow from Mississippi State on the defensive line when the defensive line is already good. They returned Ruben Banks. Uh, Gabe Restrepo at wide receiver. Uh, they still got what's the running back name? I just came to a blank. They still had a running back name. They still had another running back outside of him and outside of Henry Paris who went to Ole Miss. The offensive line is good. The linebacker core is good. They got a lot, dog. I
They
think
got a squad, bro. They got a squad.
it's up.
Yeah.
Like now we're gonna find out if crystal ball that guy or not. If not, if he don't win 8 games, they might fire him, dog.
Ooh, boy, you went way out there. You think they'll spy him for that?
It's year 3.
Oh, boy. He been
So,
out that long? I
like,
thought it was 7
so,
years.
so look, think about this. Yeah, like I'm fair.
I know.
Like, so you think about like a guy like when we talked about Deion, I was like, all right, he got to win a certain amount. Like 6 games ain't bad for year 2, right?
Okay. Right.
And if Cristobal don't win with this squad in year 3, what is that saying? I said
He
this
ain't
got to get.
got it.
If he don't get 8, that's a problem, dog.
Yeah, man. Boy, you got a point. Boy, you got a point. You got a point there, man.
Year
You got
3,
a
Deion
point.
8, I'm not gonna be the same way because he should.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Year 3, y'all be turning the corner.
yeah, man. So that's why I ain't tripping on 6 wins in year 2 because I there's a popular cliche phrase called trust the process. It's a process. you got to trust it, and you got to be patient. If you come from one win, but and I'm gonna tell you some real stuff.
I got you.
No offense. I'm going back to the Colorado thing. If
Okay.
you're a D fan, you're expecting championships. If you're a Colorado fan, you have to enjoy the ride because you ain't had this
Well,
type of win in a long time. Six
well, you made
wins for a Colorado fan, man, it feel like Christmas in October. But if you're a
so how many?
Deion,
Yeah,
we
I
do
just been saying
10 to 12 games.
how many Deion fans you think that is? People rooting for Deion, they rooting for Colorado. What the
Man,
percentage?
man, at least half.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, my auntie right now, she got 3 books on her coffee table. The Bible, Michelle Obama book, and Elevate and Dominate. She live in Nashville, Tennessee, but don't watch no football with Colorado. She might be watching right now. Aunt Tiny,
well,
if you watch, what's up, baby?
well, that's all right, bro. Boy, you put them deal down there, boy.
Yeah.
That's hard, dude. But let's talk about this NIL, man. You think it's running college football? You also in the report today. They got this dude named Jalen Machine. He's suing Billy Napier for $13 million at the University of Florida for that collective bargain.
Hey, man, it's a dirty game. That's all I can say.
What they what I know I hadn't read the whole story. Did they promise him what 13
Allegedly,
million?
allegedly they promising them a type of money. Um, they on signing day they were supposed to give him a $500,000 signing bonus.
Okay.
And he asked for his they terminated the contract the next day. So
Yeah.
their promises being made all over college football. And
It's a dirty game out there, bro.
man, it's a dirty game, and I think this is
Man.
gonna bring light to it, and the NCAA is taking it. So you got to think about NIL. The
Okay.
NCAA is kind of been like, we're gonna take our hands off of it. The last 2 years, ain't nobody really got in trouble. Every other year that we've been dealing with college football, people got in trouble every year for doing something. Ain't nobody been getting in trouble. Florida State, they got Alex Ack for giving a recruit a ride, but outside of that, they haven't been punitive because they couldn't be because they don't understand enough themselves. But
Right.
as things come into focus, it's like, oh, you can't do that. Okay, now we got somebody. And so if you look at law, man, let's go back. We're gonna do some Black history.
Okay.
Look at Brown versus the Board of Education, right?
Right. I'm familiar.
All right, so there was segregation in schools right before they got passed. That set the precedent to end that. So a precedent has to be set in order to bring forth stronger regulation. This could
Okay.
be the case that brings that forth.
Well,
I'm giving you everything. On3 gonna be mad at me, but hey, man,
well,
I'm
I
doing it for
see,
the
I
culture.
see you give, I see you giving everything, man. I appreciate it. Once again,
Yeah,
you
man.
tuned in. We got 117 people tuning in. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. We have a little audio difficult, but y'all don't hold us against. We're gonna get it right Sunday night through the stream yard, and we hope you come back and tune in while you're here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. All right, big dog, check this out.
Yeah.
We're finna switch gears. I do a little rapid fire with my boys on Sunday. I want to throw some couple questions at you, see how fast you can answer them, and see how your skills is. And, it's something like round the horn on ESPN. All right.
Funny you say that.
Well, you crazy, boy. All right, check this out, big dog. We're gonna talk about all kind of sports. But if you had to run the 40-yard dash right now, what would your time be? Don't lie to me, big dog.
Five
Don't
two,
lie to me. Huh?
5-2
You can run a 5.2 in the 40. Phillip.
for sure.
Oh, well, big dog. Okay. All right.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, man. I'm 5'8", 220. I'm built well. So,
Okay, big dog. I ain't knocking you. I'm not knocking.
hey,
That's not,
if I can't be the offensive lineman, I'm in trouble.
so you, yeah. All right, check this out. Uh, who was the best college running back? Deion Thomas, TCU, or Marshall Faulk, San Diego State.
Marshall's fault, man.
All day long. I'm with you on
Oh,
that.
too much.
Yeah, all day long. All day long. All right. Let's see. I'm using some questions from the old. Oh, yeah, that's an easy one here. I want to see your opinion on this. Since you're a young guy, I'm an old guy. Who to go? Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Join.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
It,
All right.
I tell you, I'm 41.
Okay, you still young. You're young dude. I consider you
No,
young. I'm in the 50s.
hey man, I grew up. Look, I grew up watching him break my heart every year. I know who
I
to
know
go.
that's right, boy. I know that's right, man. I know that's right now. Hey, check this out. Uh now I want to ask you that. Oh yeah. The best three-point shooter in the NBA when they were
Right
playing. Steph Curry or let's see, Steph Curry or Ray Allen or Reggie Miller. Gotta pick one.
now, I'm
Gotta
gonna
pick
go
one.
with it's situational, but based on stats, the game has changed. I'm gonna go with Steph Curry.
Oh,
But
oh, Reggie Miller?
yeah, the game changed, bro. Like Reggie Miller
I
wasn't
know,
putting up
but
no ball.
no.
Game changed.
Okay, all right,
But if
all right.
Reggie Miller, I'm gonna say this: if Reggie Miller came out of college today
Uh
with his height, I would probably pick him.
gotcha. I got you. Name your four Mount Rushmore college running back. Four of 'em. Who you put on that wall?
College running back,
College running back. Don't matter what year they played in that. Your four best college running back. Who going on that wall?
man. Okay, I'm with you. Let me go with Garrison Hurst, Rashawn Salam, Barry Sanders, and last one. This is just one of my personal favorites. But I was a huge Eric Rett fan.
Oh, okay. From Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was that dude, bro. Boy, you got
yeah,
boy, man, you throw some names out there. I ain't know got all about. All right, let me
yeah.
tell you.
Folks forgot about Rashawn Salam. God bless him, man.
I know, man. I know, right? You know,
Yeah,
he was a bad boy now.
yeah, for real.
All right, let's try some music. NBA
Oh,
young boy.
hold on. I gotta say one more.
Okay.
My favorite running back of all time in college, and it's taboo to say his name, and God bless the dead. But Lawrence Phillips was so freaky at Nebraska, dog. Oh my
Um,
goodness, bro.
hey, he was a big dude, boy. He was a
He's
big dude. Yeah, my favorite running back in college, man, it was Tony Dorsett in Pitt.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, like look,
man,
hey man, my dad at 81, man. So I used to be, I used to be watching Craig James and
oh
Eric
man, you went
Pony
way back,
Express.
boy. That Pony Express, boy.
Yeah, man. I used to talk that man a little bit, so I had to watch all the greats.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
boy, you crazy. Hey, y'all, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. What's up, Loud? What's up, Mike? Appreciate y'all being here with me tonight on Tuesday night. Appreciate that. Know y'all gonna be doing a lot of things, but y'all tune in and everybody in the chat also. All right. Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady? If a game on the line.
Mahomes?
Mahomes over Brady is a game on the line.
Yeah, Mahomes. I'm a Falcon
All
fan.
right.
I wouldn't vote Tom Brady for nothing.
Boy, you crazy, boy. I ain't gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, music. What's that different than music a little bit? Little baby or NBA young boy?
Boy, I'm from a College Park, Georgia, little baby, man.
Yeah, boy, you know he can't handle NBA young boy.
Man, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. I'm from College Park. It go College
Okay,
Park.
okay, dude. Okay,
Hey,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
give
hold
you
on. It
that.
go Park, East Point, Oakland City. That's where
I
little
got
baby from. We 10 minutes apart. We both went to Tri-Cities High School. Listen, and another thing, bro, little bit, man, young boy cannot rap with little baby.
what?
Word for
Oh,
word.
no,
Hey
no.
man, hold up. When Lil Baby watched J. Cole and Drake in the same year on their songs, bro. Look, young boy can never do that.
Okay, I give you that, but I just like NBA young boy. All right,
Yeah.
NWA or the Migos.
NWA.
What? Okay. All right.
You always got to go with the pioneer.
Okay. All right. You're right. You're right. But I still like that. All right. Check this out.
Goody Mob
All
over
right.
both.
Oh, boy, them good. Boy, them boy, that boy, they wreck your house, boy. They will wreck your house. Check this out. Boxing. Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield.
One fight, Bo, career, Holyfield.
That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. All right. Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson, college.
Bo Jackson.
Over Herschel Walker? Over Herschel Walker. University. Oh, I see what you're doing. You
That
take care of
different
your
shit.
Auburn. You take care of your Auburn guy.
Hey man,
You
hold up.
keep it real though. One thing I say, you keep it real now. You ain't fake.
Hey, them just the ones I can get to. My favorite running back of all time.
Oh,
Man, hold up. I'm sorry. Now I didn't put Bo Jackson in my college running back stuff. My Mount Rushmore. I apologize,
okay.
but I just didn't think we had to say his name.
I got you. So,
All
okay,
right,
then.
so we go
What
back.
you said.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Hey, Coke or Pepsi? Give the people a chance to get to know you. You like Coke or
Atlanta,
Pepsi?
Atlanta Colt, man.
Okay. All right. Wine, red or white?
What?
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Women basketball. Angela Reese, Juju Watkins, or Kayla Clark.
Ju.
Hey, that girl is bad, boy.
Man, she the one. Juju the
She the
one,
one.
bro.
She the
Yeah.
one. Who had a better college career? And the chat, y'all help me too. If you're in the chat, listen up, answer this question too. Who had a better college career at quarterback? Tim Tebow, Vince Young, or Cam Newton?
Cam Newton. Oh, career
Yeah, in college.
Tebow because he got two on.
What? Over Cam Newton?
He got two on.
All right, who had the best performance in a national championship game? Vince Young or Cam Newton?
Vince Young.
God, boy, you killing me. Not
I'm an
killing me.
Auburn guy. The book.
Now, I see, man.
Vince
I
Young
can
went crazy that game.
Hey, he did. Now I can hear that he did, but I just don't.
Nobody thought that Texas was gonna beat USC that year.
No, I'm talking about Tebow career. Man, ain't no Cam Newton. There y'all go. So Vince Young. Oh no, man.
Hey, Law
Okay.
Dog might be my cousin, bro. Law Dog, I'm with you, boy.
Hey, Loud he played. I think he played. Raw. I don't know in person. He be in the chat a lot. But the guys that be with me on Sunday. Loud did you play high school football and college football? Put it down in the chat. So
I wouldn't care if he played Tiddlywinks. He know what he talking about. If he agreeing with
Well, you great. Well, you great. Hey, the best defensive back in NFL, Darryl Green or Champ Bailey?
Darryl Green.
I agree with that. I agree with that. The best female track star, FloJo or Jackie Joyner Kersee?
I gotta go with Jackie Joyner Kersee just because I feel like what she did in her singular events outpaced Flojo being able to run multiple events.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Camden Parkers, women basketball, or Lisa Leslie?
Lisa Leslie, I'm from the original generation. So when they first when Don Taylor and them and her Rebecca Lobo and all them was on Martin, so I got to go with them.
Best boxer, Thomas Hitman Hearn or Marvin Hagler?
Ooh, I'm gonna
That's a
go with
good one.
Hitman. I'm gonna go with Hitman just for Martin.
You gonna go with Hitman over Marvin Hagler?
Yeah, 'cause we staying with the Martin thing.
I said, okay, I guess. Boy, you crazy boy. Tupac or Biggie Smalls?
Tupac, man, I'm from Atlanta, but you know we low key West Coast, man.
Low key West go. Okay, then. All right. Hey, NFL quarterback, Dan Marino or Warren Moon?
Warren Moon. I don't. We ain't got to talk about
We ain't got to talk about it.
it. We ain't got to talk about it.
But I say we ain't got to talk about it, boy. But I say we ain't got. Hey, who had a better baseball career, Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders?
Deion.
Deion?
Yeah, Deion played more in the postseason.
Yeah. Got a
It
couple
was
more.
hard.
Just two
It,
more.
it was
I
hard,
mean,
but like Bo had a lot of highlights, but Deion played in more meaningful games.
okay. All right. All right.
Hold on, you my boy right here, but you don't see him right here though.
Who?
You know that's Deion in the middle right there. That's
Oh,
Deion, Dave Justice, and Ron Gant. Yeah, the 90.
oh
Yeah, the Braves.
hey, don't break my Hawking back there, boy.
Man, come on, man, bro. That hey,
Hey,
you know what? I'm B Watts. I'm gonna tell you something. Like people don't understand Atlanta pride, dog, and you know
I
that's
know
how
they don't.
all of that stuff now. It comes with some other conversations. But when you get a cat that really from the city, grew up in it, you saw people who look like you being successful at a rate they weren't doing it in the rest of the country, it make you feel a kind of way. So like
Okay.
I'm on three because of that. You feel me? Like
Right.
nobody thought that you could have won with an outfield like that back then. But it was the only one like it. So it just made me go so hard and go so crazy that like I just wanted to put that out there. Like man, we can do whatever we want to do, dog. And we being we, they can take how they take.
Okay. Hey, we got about 14 more minutes. A lot of say he went to MLK in the cab car.
Yeah, East Side. I'm already know.
Yeah.
I went to Tri City, West Lake, and Banneker, South Side.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, so tell me something about the Hood brothers that transfer from Auburn going to Colorado. Colton
Look,
Hood and Brandon Hood.
yeah, Colton Hood. Is the nephew. He's a son of Benji Hood. He's had an older brother at Georgia Southern that just set the record of catches at Georgia Southern as a wide receiver. Benji Hood is dad. Um, his his uncle is Roger Hood, who played in the NFL 8 years. Played with
Oh,
the Eagles
really?
for he was on the other side of Leo Shepherd. Um,
Okay.
Auburn as a walk on, went on, had a great career, ran a 4.36 40. Good friend of mine. It came from Eagles Land Christian in
Right.
McDonough, Georgia. Oh yeah, down
Yep.
yeah, not far from you.
Yep. They ran up the street.
Colton, man. So a lot of people thought Colton had the best spring anybody in secondary at Auburn. Um, that him not starting had a little bit impact on why he transferred because you know out the politics of who had to start and not taking away nothing from nobody, but a lot of people did feel like he was one of the best players this spring at Auburn. His brother had everybody in the Brandon Hood, the running back, had everybody in the world on before he tore his knee.
Right.
He didn't get to have a lot. He tore it his junior year. He didn't get a lot of film his senior year. He was going to Georgia. He was going to Georgia with Dale, who's a black coach who became the State. Um, I mean, I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. Part of the reason that he was able to get that job is because of some of the doors knocked down by Coach Prime, just to keep it a buck.
Right. Right.
But then he was looking for a home. He had other schools hollering at him. He had offers. He could have went to Houston. I know Houston was on Brandon Hood very hard. They wanted that package deal. Um, Other schools as well. But he's a one cut zone read type guy. Speaking of
Okay.
Brandon, he gets the ball. If he cuts it up, you're in trouble.
Oh, really?
Uh, yeah, for sure. Like now, he got long speed, verified track speed. Uh, Even being a compact guy with a traditional running back build, he's like you rarely see him off from the back when he takes off. And I think the surprise of this whole package was Trent Hood, who's actually their cousin and Roger Hood's son, the NFL player. He's coming now. He was going to Auburn as a preferred walk-on, and he's coming to play with his cousins. He was one of the most productive linebackers in the state of Alabama high school last year. I think they got a
Okay.
steal as far as what I heard from Coach Flea and from Coach Prime as well. in both our conversations was they want guys who want to be at Colorado. They want guys who want to play football. You may
Right.
not have, may not be the prototypical guy, prototypical weight, but if you can play football and you want to be there, you want to figure out a way to develop you. I think that's one of the. I think that's why I think Trent Hood, those Hood brothers, Colton Hood was a starter. He was going to be a starter in the SEC. Definitely a top 3 guy. He could
Oh,
definitely
really?
start in the SEC. Yeah, for sure. When you look at that spring game, and if you just want a frame of reference, go look at the spring game at Auburn, where one of the
Okay.
best wide receivers in the country, Cam Coleman, who was a 5-star last year, went crazy. Look at the reps he had against Colton Hood. Totally different story. And
I
it
got
was national media what Cam Coleman is doing. And I truly feel like Cam Coleman at Auburn and Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State are very comparable to the same class that AJ Green and Julio Jones had. They came out, and I think it was 09. But
Wow.
yeah, same type players, dog. Very, very good players. Colton Hood did what he had to do. He put hands on you. He can run. And a lot of people don't realize if Colton Hood was playing baseball in high school, he probably would have been like a high 4-star. But he didn't go to any
Oh,
camp because he was always playing baseball. So
okay.
I was one of the people. I think me and Pastor Smith, Edu Smith, we were the 2 people that broke the story that when he got in the transfer portal, that made destination. We ended up being right in that. And I think you guys got. I think Colorado really got some great football players and guys that love ball in the hood brothers and cousins.
Yeah, I saw when he, Pat Smith put it over there on Twitter and everything. I didn't know. I really hadn't heard of him. I know when they said they was from McDonough up there, Eagle Land and Christian Academy. I said, "Dog, that's the street for me."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know, man. Man, because Pat Smith, he bragged about it. He said he the real stuff, boy.
No, they're not. No, they for real though. Especially Colton. Colton
Yeah,
got
they
documented.
said that. He said he about that life, man.
Yeah, Colton a great kid, man. I like Colton a lot.
Okay, all right, that's good, man. That's good to know. So, who your favorite? I don't know if you can say it since you on 3. Who your favorite college football team now? Other than Coach Prime, that you
Auburn.
like, that you like reporting on. Let me frame it like that.
I go with Auburn because that's where I broke into the game with. Like, I
You
mean,
can't say you can't say you can't say Coach Prime. Somebody, give me somebody.
I go with probably Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. I grew up a Georgia fan. My
Okay,
god brother played at Georgia. He's director of player development. Jonas Jenkins, very good brother. Does a
okay.
lot for the park community. So, on the strength of him, I'm gonna go with Georgia.
Got you. I got you. I got you. That's a good. That's a good team to look out for
Yeah.
and root for. They've been there like St. Curtis Small got them, man. They've been there. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he went to the NFL. Yeah,
I mean, shoot, man. Sometimes you know, like when you know, right?
yeah. He just got that bag too.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, man, like what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and they don't take
No,
all day to do nothing. So,
yeah, it's gonna take all day to do that. Well, I like that. I like that slow down. I like that, man. I
yeah,
like
man.
that. I like that. I like that. All
Hey,
right,
man, look,
bro.
I'm only gonna come on here and cut up like this with you.
Hey, man. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate
Yeah,
you, man. What you, George, boy, man. I like when somebody let their hair down and come on and chop it up with me, man, without being
yeah.
negative and you're uplifting, your inspiration to people who trying to get where you are, man. Like I said, I wish you the best, man. Like I said, I want to see you on ESPN one day, man.
Hey, man, it's funny you said that. We just gonna keep believing. You know? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But hey, man,
That's how you say. That's how you see.
I
I had
believe.
my I had my own TV show back in 19 early 2000. I did it for 25 years, man. It was a gospel show, and Pastor Smith, man, he was the main man that helped me out. He was on it. He got other preachers and churches to come on there, man. We had the #1 show on Spectrum for 21 years, man.
God good, ain't he?
And he good, man. He really good, man. Like I say, man, I appreciate that brother, everything he did for me, man. I really do for 21 years, man. But we were riding, man. I was doing that thing. But
Yeah,
Yeah, he good guy, good guy. So what you think about Warren Sapp being on the coaching staff?
Man, I think it's like it's one of them things where it's like an abundance of riches when it comes to NFL experience, right? Like
Right,
having a guy like that who can tell you how to see. It's all when you get guys who are plus players. You look at a Michael Jordan, you look at a Magic Johnson, you look at a guy like Deion Sanders, look at Warren Sapp. When you have freakish ability, it's hard to teach people how to do what you did because as a coach, I'm not going to understand why you don't see what I see, right?
right.
But I think Warren Sapp is one of those guys, such a student of the game. He can teach even though he has ability. And I think in the capacity that he came in is perfect for what he wants to do. So yeah, I think he's a
Okay.
great.
Yeah, I think he is too, man. Great addition for them. I hope they do good out there, man. So
Yeah,
you keep up updates on the HBCU football program?
man, a little bit, man. Not as much as I need to.
Well, I wonder how Eddie George doing out there, man. You don't hardly hear that from him, man. Since Coach Prime left the HBC, they kind of dimmed the lights on the HBC when he left.
Man, come on, man. Like that's our fault though,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
You
It
know,
is. Yeah,
it's our fault. Like I'm gonna take full accountability. Like just because Coach Prime left don't mean we had to leave. We should have
right.
kept it, but
Yeah,
at the end, and I say we as members of the media from the black community, like it's up to us to make sure. I'm glad you brought the question up. Yeah, it's up to us, dog. Like we gotta continue to like
yeah.
because
We got to put that spotlight back on, man.
huh?
We got to put that spotlight back on.
Yeah, man. Like when Coach Prime left, a lot of people were saying a lot of people didn't want Coach Prime to go because they said what's gonna happen to HBCUs, and they
Right.
expressed that fear through anger,
Yep.
and so the anger mangled the message. But I got with it. But when I sat down and broke it up, because I was one of the first people to say, "Hey, man, you can't, we can't be crabs in the barrel." But
Right.
when I let the anger go, or when I got past the anger that they had, I understood because they knew the spotlight was going with Coach Prime. It didn't matter. It was going.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
those schools will be forgotten about on the national level. And it's the truth. He brought a lot of that. So it's gonna be up to us, man.
He
Try
brought
to
it.
pick up that torch. I did some. I do have the next at Tennessee State. Uh,
Okay.
Coach George is doing a decent job. I think it's a little bit to be desired, especially when it comes to playing some of those. But I think that they're in a position to be good because the more alumni that comes back, I think you got to sell.
Okay.
You got to have money pouring in, and you got to have guys that are willing to do without you having to dip to. So I think the more he understands the lay of the land, the better Tennessee State will get. I don't think he'll. I
Okay.
personally don't think that he'll lose his job. And I think as long as he wants to do it, he knows enough about football, he's successful. But yeah, I think that program, I think Jackson State um, has, has 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 raised their level of competitiveness. So yeah, I just think it's up to us to make a fight on HBCU.
Yep. It is. It's up to us. All right. My last question
Yeah,
for you: the NBA playoff. Who you got? Ant Man, Kyrie
that's the
Irving,
craziest question in the world. How many? Where I said I'm from? Come on, man. You know we
ATL.
going with Ant Man. Come on, man. Oakland City.
Hey, I'm a Kyrie fan, man. I'm about to leave Ant Man on this. I'm a Kyrie fan, so I got to root for
Hey man,
Kyrie
I
on this.
feel you, man. But let me tell you
Hey,
something.
check this out now. I'm gonna ask you, now be honest with me. All right, now be honest with me now, big dog. Be honest with me. You seem like a good man, a good family man. All right, in your own perspective, if Kyrie go out and win a NBA championship without LeBron, would that change the narrative about Kyrie as a personal thing and how people are look at him different? You think they'll look at him totally different if he go out and win a championship
Nah,
game? So we know what happened to him back when that COVID was out. You think people changed the narrative on Kyrie?
Kyrie. he don't even want you to change the narrative. He would probably prefer.
Say he don't even want. Yeah, he don't even want to do
it ain't gonna change. And and I feel like Kyrie would do things to make sure the narrative doesn't change. He's the type of guy that wants you to stay where you were unless you understand what he's saying. And for what he's saying, a lot of people ain't gonna understand that. So nah.
He a deep brother now. He deep, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Hey, man, I appreciate you tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Like I said, the audio and everything gonna be better next Sunday. We're gonna do it through StreamYard. So if you ain't doing that this Sunday at 8 p.m., come back and tune in to Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment, along with Rod the Man, meeting Coach Drake. And my man on 3 gonna be our special guest. That's Phillip Dukes. In the last
Hey
word,
man,
man,
look, check out this Coach Fleet interview I got coming out tomorrow, man. It's a really good one.
What time you
I
gonna
don't
drop?
even know yet, man. It might drop maybe lunchtime, maybe.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect, man. I'm on lunch break. We have a whole group in there, man. We got our TV in the break room, man, and that's what we'll be looking at. YouTube.
Sure.
So you drop that thing, man. It'll be straight perfect.
Hey, Coach Fleet.
Yeah, I want to see that interview with Coach Fleet, man. So, Coach Fleet,
a
a real dude.
Dog. Straight out the bottom. He's a good one.
Hey, he get a lot of heat for out there, though.
Yeah, he gonna be all right.
He gonna be all right. All right, man. All right. You might can bring Coach Fleet on it. Well, let us talk to him too, then.
For sure.
Okay, all right. But like I said, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing, man. And may God continue to bless you, man. Like a friend of mine always say, if you be good to God, God will be good to you. Amen, man. Hey, see you Sunday, man. But I text you my information.
All right.
Be easy. All right.